Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chasing Psychological Safety video series with myself and Dwayna Blomstrom. Today we're going to talk to you about team health and well-being and the link between those and psychological safety.
Right, so we experience a lot of comments and reactions towards the topic of psychological safety, as does anyone who talks about it. And a lot of them seem to come from a place of comprehending that not everyone is having the right amount of well-being when they are at work. I think it's really important that we make a distinction between the concept of psychological safety as it relates to the team dynamic and its effect on what we could potentially call, as Fiona said, team health or team well-being, and the understanding of what is individual well-being. That includes physical well-being, mental health, whatever else you want to package in there. But I think it's really important that we make a clear distinction between the two topics, not because they're not connected, but because the more forensic we get in understanding each of them, the more likely it is we can help people.
Yeah, absolutely. So with regards to team well-being, what we're looking at here is the idea that a team can, in the context of the team itself, literally be healthier if it has a range of things in place, and one of those that is most important is psychological safety. So if you've worked through all of the 6 elements that we've got in the software and you've started to build that trust at a group behavioral level in the team, what you start to see is that people's individual well-being at work goes up, and then that impacts the team as a collective. And what we mean by well-being in this instance is their sense of satisfaction, their sense of joy, their sense of happiness, their sense of human connection, which gives them that all-round set of tools that they need to be successful in the workplace. So it's not just about being technically competent. It's not just about having the people around you that are technically competent and having a well-formed project team from that point of view. It's about putting these other elements in place that make a team strong and healthy and resilient.
That's right. And having the ability to be understood, seen, feel stable, feel satisfied, have a level of happiness, if you wish, in your team is what overspills into a level of personal happiness. It's really difficult to have it the other way around. Whereas we expect stable and well-adjusted individuals coming to work, we can't really say that a collection of well-adjusted individuals will necessarily make a psychologically safe and magically bubbly team. By bubbly, I don't mean extremely happy, but I do mean that they have that sense of bubble. So it's not necessary that separate, well-adjusted, happy individuals project that happiness in a group situation. But we do think that the other is possible and likely. Whereas if we have teams that have psychological safety in a reliable, stable fashion, then that will overspill in the well-being of the individuals in the team as well.
And if you look at how people, when we talk about well-being, think about how you feel when your well-being is in a good place, right? When your individual well-being is in a good place. So you feel contented, you feel confident, you feel productive, you feel safe, and you feel well. And what you're looking for is that at a team and a group level. And if we're putting psychological safety into a team, we can really start to build that. And as we know from well-documented research and data that is available to us on teams, what we're looking for when we work at a team level is to take what works at an individual level and start to really magnify that using that connection of human beings together. So what we're looking for is teams that are really, really well, highly confident, highly productive, highly successful, happy teams. And we really can firmly see that connection with building safety and trust in a team and psychological safety.
Right. And if we have enough of that health and of that happiness, then we can be psychologically safe. And if we are psychologically safe in teams, then we can hope to be highly performant and productive. Come back next week and listen to us talk about some other elements of psychological safety. And we have some juicy topics on leadership we want to talk to you about. But meanwhile, leave us comments, write to us, and tell us what you disagree with and what you see around you in terms of this connection and or differences and similarities between the topic of individual well-being, mental health, physical health, team health, and in general the topic of humans being well at work. Thanks a lot for listening to us.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.